We literally said this earlier today, but I didn't say it on the thing.
Yeah.
Like, I understand that Brotherhood is just a much more cohesive whole, but I just don't think people should skip the original series.
Oh, they should never skip
because it's beautiful and it's super fucking well done, and just like the theming and the tone and the writing, it's just really great. And I think a lot of people forget that because Brotherhood is has a more satisfying plot, you know. But I think moment for moment, there's just a lot of great shit in the original series, especially like where everybody's themes go.
Oh,
well, Hohenheim's just a straight up shitty person in the OG.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Like,
you know what I mean? Like he's just been around too long. Fucking does not see them as humans. You know, he's lost the ability to look at other humans and see himself in them. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I hear what you're saying.
This is something that that fucking von Hohenheim in Brotherhood actively struggles and thinks about, and it's part of his personal quest. You know, like
yeah.
That's because we still see him on a journey, and not just as like an idea. You know what I mean?
He's so cool in Brotherhood.
Of course. Here's the thing.
Awesome.
Everyone is more cool in Brotherhood. Brotherhood is a more cool thing. You know, like fucking the original series isn't really about cool. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
absolutely.
Yo, like, can we throw a spoiler window and put an annotation here so that people can jump ahead while I make a point?
Yeah.
Because I'm literally gonna say the difference between the two endings.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
of course.
So it's like,
I think there's always the biggest point in contention.
Spoiler warning. There's gonna be an annotation. Skip ahead, please. If you haven't seen them, just watch them. Okay. Here's the spoiler. So, the difference between the two endings that I think delineates a major distinction between them. The way Brotherhood ends is that Ed fights God and punches him in the face while all of his friends are around and cheer him on. You know, and that's amazing. The way the original series ends, Ed accepts death as an inevitable part of the human condition by giving himself to save his brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Is he giving himself though? He ends up in the other realm.
Well, but he doesn't know that.
Realm.
He doesn't know that that's a thing.
Yes, he does. He does. He goes there before he.
Well, I don't remember that.
He spends time with Hohenheim in the. That's how you find out that it's the real world. Because then the version of him.
But
the whole thing with alchemy in that one is that the energy of their alchemy comes from the death of people in
I remember that.
quote unquote our world.
I always enjoyed that aspect better.
Yeah. Super interesting.
But you finish your point.
What I'm saying is that, at least symbolically, he accepts that he can't remain with his brother. Yeah. You know, in this moment, you can't be in the world and bring your mom back. You know, you just have to, if you want, person in, person out.
Yeah.
You know, like, it was the first rule he learned, and only now does he accept it. You know, that's when he has a complete character moment. Like, it took him that whole adventure to just come to the conclusion that it's like, I could give Ed back his whole body the second I decided that I don't want mine anymore.
Yeah.
Because that's the way it has to work. You know, and that's a different... And he sort of does that too. You know, he gives up alchemy to bring Ed back. You know, but you can see the difference.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not calling Brotherhood inferior, because obviously not. You know, how could you? But just two very different things, and both of them are worth examining.
Oh yeah, they're good for different reasons. One is definitely, you know, plot-wise more fulfilling, but obviously original I'd say is thematically way more fulfilling.
Yeah.
You know, I guess not that Brotherhood isn't dark, but there's a certain darkness to the original that is way more intense than Brotherhood and
tone.
Yeah.
But something that you like, and I guess it's not really indicative of the style of the animation, but like, it almost looks goofier than it really comes across.
Brotherhood or
Brotherhood.
Yeah.
In
no,
that
it is.
That's a lot more chibi, a lot more like.
But even that aside, even their regular, like I guess because the colors are pretty bright and vibrant.
Yeah.
But when you look at Brotherhood, people fucking die left and right.
It's true.
And they don't shy away from it like other anime might.
Yeah.
Just like, no, those soldiers, they're dead. They're gone.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I get you.
But not very much not the same way that the original does do that.
Yeah. I guess the difference there would be drama.
Yeah.
You know, like in Brotherhood, people die left and right, and you just keep going because you're on a fucking quest, and then you gotta accept that people are gonna die on your fucking quest. But in the I'm just gonna start calling it FMA to delineate that I mean the original series, and Brotherhood when I mean the newer one. Which not much time between the two of them, retrospectively.
Really?
You know?
Already got that one, homie.
I was checking.
Step off! Step off! Step off!
When, like, FMA, you go to a town, and there's a really sad story that mostly about, like, maybe one person who died in a fucked up way, and someone who's consumed with some version of Ed's exact same character flaw, you know, and then we get upset about it for a bit.
Yeah. And then it's like, oh, but that's way more fucked up than me, right? Elbowing everyone, right?
Right?
Hold on, guys.
That's probably due for a good rewatch.
Oh, totally. Like, I again, like, the overarching plot is undeniably inferior, you know? So, especially when you get into the second half, you're gonna feel that a bit, you know? But,
well, I think not so much with I think the ending is pretty solid of the original. I would say the beginning of the second half.
Yeah,
like
totally.
Once Scar turns all of Ishval into a Philosopher's Stone, and then turns that Philosopher's Stone and like puts that in Alphonse, then I'm kind of like,
yeah, this is a bit weird.
Jebus Grebos.
But like, there's like that weird middle area. I shouldn't say middle area. I'd say the beginning of Act 3.
Yeah, I get you.
Where they're kind of heading towards it, and like when they're back in Risenbull, and like they're on like they're on all the rocks. And it's like a riverbed that's run dry, and Ed and Alphonse are like going, and then Mustang and his posse are there. I'm like, why are we all here?
Yeah, I know.
Why are we in this spot? I know you guys are going here, and Mustang is going like.
No, I get you. You know,
But I think they really pull it back in.
Word. Oh no, like I think that the ending has a lot of beautiful moments.
No, I got it this time, boys.
Like, I think what happens to
Meanwhile,
what happens to Gluttony is so cool. Like how he gets turned into that monster.
I fucking love. Can I say fundamentally, the homunculi are much more interesting in FMA.
Oh, absolutely, dude.
They just got I like Greed much more as a character in Brotherhood, but like the homunculi as entities are. I
like how they're conceived.
Yeah, and also think about like the difference of the Philosopher's Stone.
Which one?
You like the original one that was the Philosopher's. It was like
there was no Philosopher's Stone until fucking Alphonse gets turned into one, but like it was so much more revered. In Brotherhood, they're just kind of around. You know,
they're fucking everywhere.
Yeah, it's like he's got a Philosopher's Stone. She's got a Philosopher's Stone. I've got a Philosopher's Stone. Is there any more Philosopher's Stones I should know about? But again,
that is a very good point.
Just
yeah, buddy.
You know, because. And I'm bringing this up mostly just because I was in a thread today of people who were new to anime and asking where to start, and anybody who brought up Brotherhood, brought up Fullmetal Alchemist, the prevailing opinion was just don't even bother watching the first one.
Oh,
and it's like
that's disgusting.
That's just that
I think part of the reason Brotherhood was so great was because we all watched the original first.
Exactly.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
You know, it's like
it was almost like our own. Because it's so sad.
Yeah.
And then you get to Brotherhood and you're like, okay. Okay.
I'm going on an adventure.
Okay. Exactly.
These kids are gonna be alright.
Yeah. we're gonna punch God.
And punch him right in his face.
And all my boys are gonna be cheering me on. My dad's gonna be there and he's gonna finally love me again. Like
oh jeez.
Yeah. As people, they're all likable, they're much more cool, they all do cooler shit in Brotherhood.
Yeah.
You know,
the animation of the action is super consistent.
So good. It's great. You know, the last thing I want for anybody to take away from this is that I don't like Brotherhood.
Yeah.
Of course, it's still good.
I think of them as two halves of a complete thing.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's a very anti. I'm gonna suck my own dick here for a bit. It's a very anti-intellectual opinion that thinks that you shouldn't even watch Fullmetal Alchemist because it's a.
You know what'd be an interesting?
It's a lot more like a novel. You know, in the fact that like these characters are just ideas. You know, that they're all a stand-in for some meaning. You know.
Yeah.
Well, the first half. I mean, a good chunk of the originals. Yeah, we'll wrap it up after this.
Yeah.
The original, even doing the Star Wars has the machete order.
Yeah.
Even a good way to tell Full Metal people is watch up to say, and I guess we'll have the spoiler annotation.
Yeah.
Hughes' death.
Yeah.
And then switch over.
Possibly.
Mm-hmm.
Could be an interesting way to go about it.
Fucking is it Laboratory 5?
Yeah, the fifth laboratory.
The fifth laboratory is also really fucking good in the original series.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's before or after Hughes' death. You know, but I gotta rewatch. It's been a couple years.
Yeah.
But you know, where he fucking flips out and goes all nuts. Dope shit.
Yeah. All right, we went long once again.
Yeah, well, you know, these are good. I think these are good.
Yeah. Welcome everyone.
Yeah. Don't get used to it.
All right, we'll catch you next time.